Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel, It's So Tanchi. I have one of the most exciting videos for you today, and if you have watched my last video, I think you can guess that it is a Stitch Festival 2025 haul. But before I start with all the goodies that I bought, I kind of feel the need to say that I definitely know how privileged I am in that I could fly to London for just one night to go to the Stitch Festival. I know that this is something that not everybody would be able to do, but yeah, I know that I'm very privileged and I work hard for my money, and this is where I choose to spend it. And I went with my dad and we had the best quality time. It was so nice to have this whole we traveled to London experience with him, and we enjoyed some nice pub food the night before, and then he was like my biggest supporter at the show, which was so cute. And also something that I appreciate very, very much. Yeah, and then what I also wanted to say, thank you so much for saying hi to me, for meeting me there. I was quite overwhelmed by the situation because right when we went into the Stitch Festival or the Business and Design Center, I heard my name being called, and it was another Tanya. She is Just Let Me Sew here on YouTube, I think also, and then that's definitely her Instagram handle. And she had a friend with her whose name I don't know because I was so overwhelmed that I didn't ask. But it was so nice to meet people also. Hi Katharina. She is a lovely lady that I met, and she is originally from Germany, so we could talk German, but she lives in England. And then I also had the pleasure to finally meet Julie and Dee and also Kelly. With these three ladies, I will insert a picture because we did a collaboration quite some time ago, and we finally met up in person. And also I met Cara and I saw a few other people. It was a very, very nice experience, and thank you very much for sharing it with me, to the ladies who I met. And also to my dad for taking pictures. That was very sweet. Yeah, I will definitely go again next year if I can somehow manage, and there would also be the knitting and stitching show, I think, in autumn. So yeah, I'm thinking about that. But yes, now on to what I have bought. And I bought quite a lot of fabric. I won't share, except for one, my plans with you yet, because I am thinking about doing a kind of spring sewing plans video. I used Milanote for the first time, which is like a project management mood board tool online, to plan my spring sewing makes. I did that yesterday, and I would like to share that with you, but I will do that in another video so that this is not going to be too long. And yeah, I got quite a lot of fabric, and I also got a few goodies and a pattern, but most of it is fabrics. And then I also bought 2 books in a nearby bookshop in London, and I thought I would share them with you at the end. I don't know if any of you are also bookworms like me, but I thought I'd share them, and you can skip that part if you don't want to watch it. But yeah, let's start. And first of all, I bought this cute little coaster that says I can totally make that. And I got this one from a stall which I don't remember the name of because it was a very spontaneous purchase right at the end of my visit. But I thought it is very cute, and I will use it as my coaster on my sewing desks, definitely. And then I got 2 packets of little Rosy Cheeks labels, and I got these 2. The ones, one of them say handmade and me made, and then bespoke and original, and these are quite classy and not too colorful, because I realized that my makes are not that colorful, and so I wanted my labels to match the vibe of the garments I make, and so I picked up these 2. And then, yeah, let's go on to the one pattern that I bought, and this purchase was very much inspired by Cara from So So Mad. She is, as you probably know, a Maison Wolf ambassador, and I also saw her on the catwalk for Maison Wolf, which was so lovely. And yeah, I decided to try one of their patterns. I mean, I actually made one of them already because I got the free pattern they offer, which is the pom-pom vest or gilet. And then when I was at their stand at the Stitch Festival, they had lots of their garments made up, and I saw one of their jackets in a beautiful houndstooth fabric, and the jacket was so pretty. I fell in love with it instantly, and I was debating between the jacket and then also one of their blousey types of garments, or like a t-shirt or a polo shirt, I guess. But in the end I went for the jacket, and it is the Calypso jacket by Maison Wolf, and it is so pretty. You can hopefully see the line drawings here on the back. I am planning to make the version without the collar, and that's because I saw both versions made up at their stall or stand, and I kind of preferred for my style at least, the one without the collar. And yeah, I have to say, I think their stand was my favorite out of all of the stands on at the Stitch Festival, because it probably matched my personal style the best. There were loads of very, very colorful fabrics around, and I love those on other people, but I realized that they are not really my style. And Maison Wolf, they had very luxurious feeling, high quality fabrics, and also, I don't remember her name, but the lady who owns Maison Wolf, she helped me with what to get, basically, and she was very, very nice and helpful. And yeah, I just like the classy feel of their stand a lot. And so I decided to buy this pattern, and I also decided to just right away buy the matching fabric, and I need to pick that up from under my stash here, which is a wool fabric, and it feels so beautiful. It is the houndstooth fabric that I saw made up into a jacket, and it was a bit pricey. The whole haul I got at the Maison Wolf stand was the priciest of all my purchases, but I think this is going to be absolutely worth it. And I, as I said, got the matching fabric. And then I also decided when I'm there already, I am going to get the matching buttons that they also had there, and they are just like very simple. I hope you're going to see that. I think these are called like shank buttons, and yeah, I also got those. I need to get a lining before I make up the jacket, but that shouldn't be a problem. Maybe I do have something in my stash as well, who knows. And then this is probably going to be my first make out of all the fabrics that I purchased. Yeah, I'm just so happy with that I got this little almost like a kit to make up the Calypso jacket. And then in no particular order, I'm just going to tell you what I also got. Okay, I think this next fabric was from Roy's Material World, and it is a Rose and Hubble cotton poplin fabric. I got 1 meter of this because I'm not really, I don't really think that I'm going to make a garment out of this, but I just got it because I love the print, I love the colors, quite big scale flowers, that's my thing. And yeah, the quite understated tones of 2 tones of the fabric I just love. And I like the Rose and Hubble cotton poplins very much for making up like little knickknacks like toiletry bags or cushion covers and coasters and that kind of stuff. So this is probably going to be something like that, but I'm not yet sure what I want to do with it. Yeah. And then I got 1 beautiful Liberty Tan Alone from the Sew Box. The 1 meter cost me £23, which I think, but correct me if I'm wrong, is a bit cheaper than it would normally be for a meter of Liberty Tan Alone. I don't know if that was like a special offer for the show, but the Sew Box, they just had loads of Liberty fabrics, and you could basically look through all the baskets, and everything was packaged in this kind of plastic, which is not very environmentally friendly, I have to say, but in terms of looking through what they had, it was very satisfying and I could get loads of them. But in the end, I went for this gorgeous Tanalon, which is a mustard background, and then it has these like blue, all tones of blue colors on it, and this is quite a big scale print for Liberty, I guess, because they do a lot of the teeny tiny prints, and that is really not at all my style, but this I can get away with for sure. And so I got it, and I got 1 meter, and yeah, that's not a lot to make into a garment, but you will see in my plans video what I plan to make out of this. Then next up, I got 2 beautiful, what are they called? Indian block prints. Sorry, it's like 5:15 in the evening and after work, and I'm a bit tired. But yeah, I got 2 Indian block prints from Cloth Atelier, and I got 2 meters of this one, which is predominantly dark blue or like a navy blue, and then I got 1 meter of this one, which is predominantly green. Next up is the second fabric that I got at the Maison Wolf stand, and it is this beautiful viscose jacquard leopard print, shiny fabric. And I think I got 1.5 meters. It is a coral color, so normally definitely not a color I would go for, but it just caught my eye when I went past the Maison Wolf stand and I had to get it. And yeah, I think it is just gorgeous. It is so beautiful, and definitely stay tuned for what I want to make with it, because I immediately knew what this is going to be. We got joined by a kitty, and that matches the next fabric perfectly, which is another viscose fabric, but this time it's a crepe. And I also got 1.5 meters for this one, and it is by Fabric Godmother. It is this black fabric with, I think they're cheetahs actually, with these beautiful cheetahs on. And it's very like flowy and soft, and I realized that I didn't really get huge amounts or big length of the fabrics this time, and that's just because I knew quite well what I wanted to make with them, and I just got the exact amount that I knew I would need. And of this fabric it was 1.5 meters, as I said, and yeah, I think it's super pretty, but it is not very spring-like, so I'm actually not sure if this is going to be a part of my spring plans video or not, or if it's going to go into my stash and then I'll make it up around autumn. Yeah, but I'm not sure about that. But this one is from Fabric Godmother. Nero wants cuddles. And then on to 3 denim fabrics that I got. I'm on a big denim trip, which is probably due to the fact that denim is very on trend at the moment, and I see it around loads, and I feel very inspired because normally I'm not the biggest denim fan, but I kind of love it at the moment, so I went for it. And this one is, I don't know if this is my favorite purchase out of all the fabrics. It was the second purchase after the Liberty fabric from Stitch Fabrics or M. Rosenberg and Sons. And I think this is just the coolest fabric, the most luxurious feeling fabric. And it is a denim, as I said, but it is kind of a, I don't know if you would call that jacquard denim, but it has this like snake print on it, in it, and it is like a very, very classic navy dark blue kind of denim, and then the snake print is a lighter blue. And I got 2 meters of this one, and yeah, I'm in love with it. Every time I see it, I'm just so happy that I was able to purchase like quite a special fabric like this. That's what it looks like on the back, and it seems to be a designer denim, and it was apparently made in Italy, if I remember correctly what the lady said. And I think, yeah, it is just stunning, and I'm so excited to make this one up. Yeah, I just can't wait. I think it is gorgeous. And then the next denim fabric is also quite special, I think, and this one is again from Roy's Material World. And sorry, Nero, he was leaning on the fabric. Sorry, Nero. And it is a kind of ripped look, but it is not really ripped. You can see on the back that it has no actual holes in it, which I thought made it perfect for work. It has the kind of like used ripped look to it, but it is not actually. And I think this would work actually to, yeah, wear to work, as I said. Otherwise I wouldn't be too comfortable to wear a ripped denim to the office. But yeah, and I got the mid blue denim because they had this one in a very light blue and a dark blue, and I just fell in love with the mid blue, and I only got 1 meter of this, and I think it could be too little. I don't know what I thought when I got it, honestly, because maybe it was because there was a lot of people at the stand and they were quite busy cutting the fabrics, and I really had to push my way through to to get my fabric cut, and then maybe I was just not thinking correctly and I just got 1 meter, but luckily it is very wide. I think I measured it yesterday and it is 170 centimeters wide. So I really do hope that I will get the project I'm planning out of this fabric, but I think it is super cool. And then on to the last fabric, which is also a denim, and I have to pull it out of Nero, which is, I'm very sorry. Nero, please, thank you, no. Yeah. And this is my only purchase from Rainbow Fabrics. It is a cream denim with a brown zebra print all over it, and I think I got 1.5 meters of this one, and I think it is just super cool, and I can imagine it being worn with another brown piece of clothing. Second kitty is also coming for the spring summer month, because it is quite a light background color. I think that could look super cool. And yeah, that was my last fabric purchase. Let me know in the comments down below if you also got one of the fabrics I bought and which one is your favorite. As I said, I'm planning to do a sewing plans for spring 2025 video quite soon with almost all of these, and yeah, I would be very happy if you would watch that as well. And then before I will go and have dinner, I will share with you which books I got. And there is a super cute little bookstore right around the corner from the Business and Design Center. I don't know what it is called, but they gave me a little bookmark, so maybe it says on there. Lumi just somehow managed to throw my phone off the table. So yeah, it is luckily intact still, and I can continue filming. But yeah, I just got the bookmark out, and it is the Upper Street Bookshop, which I visited now for the second time, and it is just the cutest little bookshop, and I think they have a great selection of books. And first of all, I got The Bullet That Missed by Richard Osman, which is the third book in a series of like murder mystery books, and I got the first 2 also in the UK, and I loved them very much. And now it's a bit of a tradition to buy every new book in the series in the UK, and I got the third, and I'm very much looking forward to reading that. And then I got such a beautiful edition of Louisa May Alcott's Good Wives, which I didn't really know about, but it is apparently the continuation, is that how you say it, of Little Women, which is a classic that I love, and I have 2 editions of Little Women on my bookshelf already. And when I saw this beautiful one, I had to get it. I mean, not the Little Women, but Good Wives, and I haven't read that, so that's perfect. And the what is it in English? The publisher, I think it is called, is Chiltern. And I got Peter Pan also by this publisher, and I think they just do the most beautiful books with like a golden pages here, and it's just such a joy to read them and to honestly also look at them on my bookshelf. Yeah, that was everything. I mean, I got a fabric godmother bag when I purchased the fabric there, but I think that was really it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think in my head it is quite all over the place, which is probably due to the fact that I came from work and I'm quite tired. But anyways, I wanted to bring this video to you as fast as I could, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching it. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And I would also really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.